Hello, welcome to ABED 3100. My name is Dr. Webb, and I'm your professor this semester. This video is going to go through the expectations in the course based on what is found on the syllabus, as well as walk you through how to navigate through CourseDen. So with that said, I know we're going to have a great semester. I'm looking forward to working with you. And if you have any questions, please make sure you don't hesitate to contact me either by phone, email, or by text. All right, let's check out the syllabus. Here's the first page of our course syllabus. You'll see that I have a table of contents, so you can easily click to whatever section that you're interested in looking at. I have this cute dog on the front page, but I just wanted to have a disclaimer. He is not my dog, although I am a dog lover. The first part of our course syllabus is the Richards College Business Wolf Pack. This pack is basically a statement indicating our mission and what we are guaranteeing our students will behave in such a manner demonstrating high standards of integrity, professional behavior, ethical actions, and personal conduct. Basically, the purpose of the pact is to maintain that a degree from Richards College Business is held in high regard, and that a degree from the University of West Georgia is as meaningful today, as meaningful in the future as it is today. So by reading this over and seeing that you are going to agree to abide by the policies, it basically holds our degree in higher standards. You can click directly on the link to the survey that will take you to the Wolfpack, or you can, or also there is a quick survey or quiz in CourseDen that you'll complete. It's just a one question quiz, basically saying that you've read the pact and agree with the statements and plan to abide by them. Instructor information. As mentioned before, my name is Dr. Webb. My office is located in Miller Hall, 2314, which is across from the marketing department. I have office hours on campus that are limited. I do also have them by appointment, but I also have office hours through Google Hangout. Now, if you're not familiar with Google Hangout, you will soon become familiar with Google Hangout because in your team project, you and your team members will be communicating using Google Hangout. But literally all you'll need to do if you wanted to get in touch with me for office hours is to click on this link. When you click on the link, Google Hangouts appears and you can see me. I'm able to communicate with you using eye contact and body language. It's a great way to be in touch with others. It's just like being in person, but virtually. So this is the option that we have here in my office hours so that if I'm not on campus or it's not convenient to be on campus, we can still be able to see each other and have that important nonverbal communication as well as visual communication. My campus phone numbers are listed as well as my home office phone number because I have some online courses, so I do work from my home often. And my email address is swebb@wesco.edu, and I prefer that you utilize that email address over the email function in CourseDen. As you know, using the email function in CourseDen, you have to get back using that platform, which isn't always the most effective. The course information on our course syllabus is dealing with what you can expect. The one thing that I want to really point out to you is that the one main project that we're going to be working on as a team is a recommendations proposal that you'll be creating as well as a presentation for a department or student organization on campus. And this because you are going to be helping solve a communication problem or issue. This will allow you to partake in this service learning opportunity, which gives you real world experience by trying to recommend strategies that the different departments and organizations can take in order to strengthen their communication with their members or students or audiences in general. Delivery methods. Due to the fact that this is a hybrid course, part of the course will be delivered online and part of the course will be delivered on campus. Usually Tuesdays will be on campus and Thursdays will be online. The one thing that I just want to mention as you read through this is just make sure you understand that each time we have an online class, you're expected to spend the same amount of time working on different activities and assignments as you would if we were on campus, which is an hour and 15 minutes. You'll notice that there's an attendance question each online class. This enables you to go in before the assignments are due so you can make sure that you can anticipate the time that you'll need, because as mentioned, you'll need at least an hour and 15 minutes. Another thing that is important to point out for this section is, remember, when you want to contact your professor, make sure that you use the email address in Gmail and not the mail function in CourseDen. The next area are learning goals. Learning goals in this class are listed below. You can also be aware that these learning goals are aligned to our accreditation standards. One of the exciting things is that this semester we'll actually be doing a course assessment reflecting the demonstration of the first learning goal, which would be students will effectively incorporate technology to produce high quality professional documents. We'll be creating a written business communication report demonstrating your ability to actually do that. Our textbooks and materials, it's an electronic textbook. You would order this textbook online through CourseDen, which goes directly through the MH Connect platform. If you order it online, the price is $80, and that includes the textbook and the e-resources. If you go through the bookstore, it's actually over $100. So the best way to do this is to order it directly online. The one thing that I wanted to mention too is if you don't have the money right now, that's not a problem. You can still register because there's a 2-week courtesy period. So be aware of that and make sure that you register by Sunday so that I know that everyone can get into the resources and has access to the resources, because next Thursday you will begin your first true online class. I'm going to quickly go over the course policy so that you know what to expect in this course. The first thing is making sure that you attend class. I have a very strict attendance policy because this class is all about communicating. So if you're not in class or online communicating, then this class doesn't meet all of the expectations that I have for you. If you miss more than 2 classes for any reason, including the online classes, your grade will be lowered by 1 letter grade. So it's important that you plan ahead and make sure that you are available to arrive on time and ready to participate. As you'll see, if you are more than 10 minutes late, you'd be considered absent for class. So plan ahead. If for some reason you know you're not going to be available to be in class, or you know that you're going to be running late, email me, send me a text message using remind.com. This way I'm aware. It shows you being credible and being responsible, and this will avoid any kind of unnecessary grades being reduced at the end of the semester. The next thing is making sure that you come prepared and ready to participate, which kind of goes along line with the attendance. The professionalism aspect of this course and my expectations may be a little bit different from some of your other courses, in that not only do I expect you to act in a professional manner when you are in class based on your attitude and participation, but I'm also looking at how you write and how you communicate, making sure that you are showing your professionalism in all that you do, because business communication is just that. It's building credibility. It's showing that you can effectively communicate. If you are leaving negative impressions, whether you're leaving early or arriving late, or using your cell phone when it should not be used at certain times, like in the middle of class, or if you're working with your team members, these are things that will be considered. And also, if they're noticed, points will be deducted. So please make sure you read this section about professionalism, because you don't want to lose any unnecessary points. The next areas are handing in professional documents as well as delivering professional presentations. Please make sure you read this over. Each of your assignments will have specific directions, but make sure that they have proper English, proper spelling, punctuation, and grammar so you don't lose points. Make sure that they are turned in when they are required to be turned in. When you give presentations, you want to make sure that you are dressed professionally. We'll have a couple of presentations that will be virtual presentations where you are expected to dress nicely. It doesn't have to be full professional, but you do want to look good. Our presentation that will be in class on Tuesday will be a casual presentation. However, do not wear any kind of hats or garments that hide your face. Do not chew gum. Please be aware that if you do dress for success or dress professionally, I will award you extra credit. So that is something that you can plan to do. It's an opportunity that I'll be discussing in class so that each time you come to class dressed professionally, you can earn some extra credit. The next thing, and this is probably the most important because it deals with meeting deadlines. And basically, I'm a very fair professor, and if something comes up and you can't get an assignment in on time, you need to let me know before the due date or before the deadline so that we can figure out a way or a time that you could hand it in based on what is going on. If you don't, then you for sure will be earning a 0. So this is something that you should be adhering to whether you're in the workplace or in the classroom, that when you have a responsibility that's due, that you make sure that you meet your deadlines. And if you can't, to let whoever the deadline needs to, whoever imposed the deadline, that they understand why so that there could be possible other ways or other alternative deadlines as a result. Now, speeding through this course syllabus would be our assignments that we'll be doing in this class, and you can see there are participation assignments that make up 33% of our grade. This includes attendance questions, both online, activities, different activities with your team. There's a team project grades with several assignments that you'll be working on that make up 30% of the total grade. There'll be an individual project, which will be a job search project, and that will make up 17% of your grade. And then there'll be some course assessments that make up 20% of the grade. That includes exams as well as that AACSB communications report project that I briefly mentioned under the learning objectives. The grading is the grading that's listed in our course catalog or student manual based on this particular scale. Finally, we get to the course calendar. And the most important thing about this course calendar is that you understand that these are tentative at this point. I've tried to be as accurate as possible. However, sometimes assignments or due dates might change. Something might get deleted or added. So your first and number one source for correct information will be CourseDen. So make sure that when you have a question about an assignment due or wondering what's due, please look at this as a guide, but look at CourseDen as the absolute. And this way you won't miss anything and everything will be submitted in time and correctly. And we'll talk just in a moment about navigating through CourseDen, and you'll be able to see how it's set up. The one thing I do want to mention is that I have color-coded to the ability that I could, that campus classes are in a green highlight, and CourseDen classes or online classes are in a blue highlight, and you'll see that throughout the course schedule each week. Now I'd like to focus your attention on our CourseDen and show you exactly how to navigate through it. You'll see the first thing that you'll look at would be the announcements, and I will have several announcements throughout the semester that you'll find here on this announcements feed that are pertinent and relative to what is upcoming or what you need to do. Then from there, what you need to do each week that you go in is go directly to the content page. Now you'll notice that the content page will have everything listed by the week. Right now I just have week 1 showing, but I'll be opening up more of these over the next day and so on. But each week there'll be a Tuesday and a Thursday class. so that you know what's happening on Thursday or on Tuesday and on Thursday. As I mentioned, most classes will be on campus on Tuesday and online on Thursday. And we'll be going over specifically what you'll be required to do when you go into an online class next Tuesday. Also, one of the things that I wanted to mention is that the assessments for this course are actually built into the content. So again, by going into content, it will take you to all the assessments, including discussions, quizzes, anything that we have located within the content. So when you go into a course or a class and you go into, for example, Monday's class, or I'm sorry, tomorrow's class on Thursday, what you'll be doing is you can click here. Every class will have a checklist. You can move this checklist into another window so that you can be able to check off whether you've completed items or not. Let me put this in student view for you. So again, when you go into content and you go into your class, the checklist will come up where you can check off the various items so you know what you need to complete, and you can put this in another window as well. The next thing is you just click here and it will walk you through what to expect on certain days before beginning. Here's the video that I'm creating now, the Wolfpack Agreement, different activities, but you can go through by clicking directly on the arrows, or you can go through by going back up to this tab and then clicking through yourself. Just make sure that when you go through that you actually complete the different topics and on the checklist so you don't miss anything. You'll be able to find your grades and information under the grades tab, and everything will be hopefully laid out for you pretty easy to go through. The most important thing, again, is when you go through that you go through using the content button so that you are able to access everything, including your assignments and discussions and other activities in this course. So with that said, hopefully this will be easy for you to follow. And if you ever have any questions, remember I'm just a text, a phone call, an email, or a Google Hangout away. So there you have it. That is ABED 3100's navigation and orientation video. The information that you went through or watched in this video, there are questions that you'll be answering on a quiz. And as you can see, there are some specific requirements, especially with CourseDen and going to the content tab and not going directly to communication or assessment. So with that said, I will look forward to seeing everybody on Thursday. If you have any questions in the meantime, let me know. I will be on campus on Tuesday, but our class will be officially on CourseDen. Thank you very much. I apologize for the fall 2018 dates for some of that information. However, I recycled some of my content and just for the sake of time. All right, take care. I look forward to meeting you and have a wonderful week until then.